Hello, witch folk. Welcome to our coven.
We're Angels on Broomsticks. We're a mother-daughter duo.
And we love the makeup.
I'm Kristen.
And I'm Evangeline. And today we're going to focus on our complexion. So we're going to go in depth with all our most recent things we've been doing, tips, tricks, basically like go-to complexion or even experimental complexion.
I'm experimenting just with one thing.
Yeah. Because I think we haven't shown doing our foundation, like our base, for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And side note, after this, maybe this video has already come out, but we are going to be using the Melt Electric palette, which is super cool. Electric palette. So keep an eye out for that. This is just going to be super in-depth complexion.
Mm-hmm.
That's the plan for today. I'm going to start by putting my special crown on, which I love to wear when I'm washing my face.
And you said that your boyfriend thinks you look like you're from Star Wars, which I said, how come I'm not a grandma yet?
And I'm like, no, I don't think he means it in a good way. I think he means it in like you look really silly. But I always kind of love it.
Okay, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Putty Pore Filling Primer. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, poreless putty.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go in with a Milk Hydro Grip. I use this most days. I like that it's hydrating, but really focuses on making a sticky base. Do you have any skincare on under?
I don't remember because I went for a dog walk in the rain, so I had a facial by God.
Oh, yes. Prep your skin with rain.
It's a good way because you come out so glowy.
Oh, yeah.
And red.
I've been trying to be very mindful of how much moisturizer I use because the moisturizers I have are kind of thicker and a little oilier and they'll penetrate through foundation, so I've been trying to be mindful of that. Anyway, just letting this get tacky.
So what is the technique I'm doing called again?
Underpainting.
I'm going to underpaint. So I'm going to start with this iconic illuminator. It's like the one that kind of makes you look bronzed.
From the brand Iconic.
Yeah, it's the glow one. And I've used this before. I've had it a while. And it really is something. But don't forget, I'm going to be putting foundation over top.
Yes.
So I don't like to use a sponge, but I think this would go really well with a sponge. But I'm not going to be using one. I'm going to be using just like a foundation brush, a curved one. So I'm just going to, it comes in looks like dots. So I'm going to.
And I'm just I'm upping my base with the Vive Skin Nova, which I've been turning to more often because it's lighter than like the Charlotte Tilbury or Auric Glow. It's like half a moisturizer, half a primer. And because I'm going to be using the Estee Lauder, it's nice to prep with something a little more hydrating.
See how dark I am?
Oh, wow. Watch your hair there, mother. You're going to be copper like me. I'm going to go in with, this is from Charlotte Tilbury in the shade One Fair. It's a color corrector. Speaking of hit pan on this. We're going to maybe do a video soon about products we've hit pan on and full face of that.
Because that will be nothing on me.
No, you've hit pan on some things.
And I throw away.
No, but I think it counts as if you've hit pan on it before and it's a restocked product.
Okay.
This is good because, oh my God, look how blue my under eyes are.
Look how glowy I am. I'm going to then go in, I'm going to use the blush, the Prima Donna color from Denison Myrix, because this is very, very pigmented.
That's a good one to try the underpainting.
Yeah, so don't be shocked.
I wedge this up in this area too because the blue of my under eye goes all the way up into my eye. And now I have been doing something I used to be against, and you do it sometimes, which is kind of a bit underpainting.
Oh, I like doing this.
I've been doing my concealer first.
I almost do this all the time, especially with NARS, when I'm using NARS, which I'm using today.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be going in with I like the soft matte concealer. Mine is in the shade Vanilla. What's yours in the shade?
Vanilla, too.
How come we're both vanilla?
I don't know. But I did a bridal test this weekend, and I did this on her, and I like it because you really do end up using less foundation. You're not fighting as much with trying to correct things And so, you know, you've done sort of a base layer of concealer, which some people might be just happy with alone. But then when you go in with the foundation, it kind of just like buffs it all in.
Yeah, that's what I like. That's what I thought like all my life. It wasn't until recently that I saw people on YouTube when they were doing their makeup. It's like, how much, like, they use this expensive foundation, like a Dior or something.
Yeah.
And then they go, and I like my Maybelline concealer. And then they, what are you wearing? You're wearing basically Maybelline concealer.
Yeah.
I mean, no sense to me.
Although, times when I have kind of done that technique, it's like basically when you do that big swipe like this, I've kind of really liked that base. I find it ends up being really flawless.
Okay. But you're not using Dior.
No. But I'm using Estee Lauder.
Yeah, it does make sense. Okay, look at me.
You look a little interesting. You definitely dyed your hair a little bit there.
I do that every day, actually. I noticed that in the car.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got like concealer on.
I mean, I guess the underpainting's meant to look a little wacky at first.
I think so.
Oh yeah, so that basically covered my main redness. I am not liking, seem to be breaking out. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the Estee Lauder without the pump. Try not to over pour it onto my hand. So I just go in with a small bit at a time. And then a new technique I've been doing. I used to kind of like scoop it with my brush and then go streak, streak, streak. I've been scooping it a little, then buffing it onto my palm and buffing it into the brush. So it kind of creates this really thin, even layer. And then I start stamping it on. And I find this is like a good technique for longevity and like stretching a product out so you're not putting too much foundation on.
So I'm going to go in with the NARS. Which one is this called?
The light reflecting.
The light reflecting in Deauville.
This is the shade Ivory Nude 1N1.
Now, I've never done what you did, so I'm not going to start now. I just put it on my back of my hand, a pump. This is very thin, so this is what I like about it.
It's really easy to blend that one.
Yeah, and we had some nice suggestions. Like I know that on our comments about foundation, the Pat McGrath one is nice and thin too, if you like that. So now I'm just going to stamp it over my creation, my Rothko creation on my cheeks.
I have to say, I can't seem to shake some kind of glitter off of all of my brushes. Every time I do my base, I end up with some random ass sparkles.
Did you go to a strip club?
No, I think it might have been from this loose glitter or whatever.
Oh, you did that loose glitter reel.
And I've even washed the brushes, like fully did a proper wash of my brushes. Okay.
So, see, I have a nice glow, I think. I'm going to have it in my hair for today, but that's usually how I leave the house anyway.
Now I'm going to go in with contour. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Fawn Contour Stick. I love this. And I go in like this onto the brush. Less blending, less disturbing of the base. And then just like putting it under the cheekbone here. Okay,
so I'm going to just put a bit of powder bronzer and powder blush, just a little, just to ensure that everything's on. So I'm using the NARS Laguna for my bronzer.
Now I'm going to go in with cream blush. This is from Tower 28, the shade Office Hours.
And for my powder blush, I'm going to use Pat McGrath Venus Nectar.
On the regular, do you do this layering? Like
yes.
Cream blush?
I do the layering every time I use a cream blush. I never go out the door in a cream blush.
It's always been set with a...
Always. Something that looks similar.
So now I'm doing something else, okay? I'm going to go in with a brightening concealer where I kind of just want to bring my face forward and buff the kind of cream products together. Something I used to do is kind of put concealer here on my cheekbone, but then I'd notice product would build up weirdly right there.
Mm-hmm.
So now I go higher, like right coming from the eye, and that's been really helpful.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to use a highlighter. I'm going to use the Melt Stargazer, the liquid one. It's craziest product ever. Like, so much.
Yeah, you'll never get through it ever.
Yeah, and I'm just going to use my fingy to tap on.
I have actually been doing a base like this most days, even though it is a lot of steps, you know, like, but
It's worth it.
yeah, it's just fun.
If you find makeup a chore,
Don't do this.
yeah, just put on the TV and watch TV while you do it.
Oh yeah, that too. I love to do that. I kind of wake up earlier so I can do makeup.
That's how I wake up. Like, think, what am I going to do today?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm basically done with my face, but I'm going to set it with powder. I like this Pat McGrath one in light.
What is it? Is that the under eye powder?
Oh yeah, and this is something I've hit pan on.
That's true.
Yeah, and I don't put it all over. I just put it under my eyes and around the mouth. That's where I put my concealers on, like where it counts, like around the nose.
Yeah.
Like I have a crevasse, and then I'm all red there. And then I've got a really deep philtrum. Mine's like an ass crack. My mother didn't have a philtrum.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm catching up to you. I'm a little behind, but I'm gonna set with the Clinique Black Honey, the blush. Yeah, what?
It's gorgeous.
What do you think the benefits of underpainting are?
I just think it makes it look really, like, I hate the word, but natural, but like glowy, like the perfect newscaster. Do you ever look at newscasters' makeup? I
It's
do.
really dated. I find
Some
it's
of them.
very dated.
I know that I had a friend who was a newscaster for a while, and she had to do her own makeup,
Oh yeah.
which shocked my mind. So
Yeah.
maybe a lot of them do their own, but they really should have makeup artists, don't you think?
I would think. I would totally think. I'm going in with the One Size Loose setting powder, which has been a favorite of mine. I've hit pan maybe twice on this powder. Well, I usually get the mini one too. I'm kind of going over a lot of my face with what's left on the brush.
Oh, I forgot to. I like to sometimes spritz my face with setting.
I have one from Elf, if you want.
Yeah, but I like the one from Ritual Defeat.
Oh, yeah.
Should I get it?
Sure. Highlighter, Rare Beauty, Enlighten.
That's one of my favorite highlighters.
I use it almost every day, and when I don't use it, oh, now I'm alone. When I don't use it, I feel sad. So with Enlighten, what I do is I basically go into it, and because it's so intense, I then buff it onto my hand and then build it up as I see fit. And sometimes I'll like use what's on my hand to just do the littlest bit on my nose or something, you know? Because it's intense. It's intense. If you want it to be like, wow. Wow. And then sometimes I'll just take my foundation brush and just like give everything a last like buff. Now, let's just quickly end with a brow routine.
My brow routine is very simple. I like the e.l.f. brow pencil.
Elf?
Why did I say
new?
e.l.f.?
NYX. It's like, what?
Why do I say e.l.f.?
Mm.
Because you said e.l.f. So it's the color taupe.
Yes.
And I think everybody goes with this.
It's
And
pretty
I have,
universal. Yeah.
my brows are okay. I just brush them first.
Yeah. Honestly, brushing eyebrows makes a huge difference. And because I'll look at old photos of myself, and what's bothering me the most is my freaking eyebrows. It's like, just brush those things up. It's like, it's embarrassing. Are you done? You
No, I haven't
Okay.
started. My
Holy
thing is, this eyebrow gets long and curly. This eyebrow remains perfection. So I have to trim these on occasion. Mine are trimmed for now. So I don't have any empty patches, but I like to just put a bit more in there, not to look angry, but just to make the eyebrows look fuller, like longer. And then at the tail.
Yeah.
Just a little hint.
I'm using something new to me in that How to Be a Redhead sent a couple things for redhead brows. My eyebrows are not redheaded brows. They're like more like
Taupe.
your color, taupe. But I like to sometimes I'll honor the natural color, but sometimes I want to tint them more red. Which is a little bit more work, but I like the effect.
My favorite thing is like blonde hair and dark eyebrows.
Yeah.
I like that look.
So this is just a pencil, and I'm really filling in. On this eyebrow, like there's a huge gap. I don't know what happened, but I have to fill it. And then I usually use eyeshadow for this, but this is nice for when I'm like not at my own house, like I'm here or traveling. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Kiki? Also, if my hair's freshly dyed and I'm trying to do like a taupe brow, it really doesn't match because it's very vivid when it's recently dyed. Okay, now I'm going to try and set it with a tinted brow gel. Universal Red. This is new to me. I only used it once, but it'll tint and set. Tinge. In our Sephora videos, we were talking about, I really wanted to repurchase the Benefit brow setter because I had this e.l.f. one and I hated it so much. It looked gross and disgusting. So yes, I repurchased with some optimum points. This is good. I use that a lot too. Okay, this is the base. I feel like one other thing I just want to mention that I like to do lately, although I don't think I have the product here, but a lot of the time using like a white eyeliner pencil as part of my base for my eyeshadow, where I'll like use it and sort of draw a line here and draw a line here and then blend it out, and it helps the eyebrows pop. I've been doing that
good
a
for
lot
you.
lately. But I forgot it. I thought I brought it. It's sad.
Oh.
Okay, let's take the crown off, Princess Peach. Okay, these are our bases. Done. Did you spritz with your rituel?
Oh, I'm going to spritz with my Rituel de Fille. Thorn Milk.
I only spritz. Oh, that's a very fine mist.
Mm-hmm. What?
Oh, I don't want to inhale it.
Why?
I don't know. I prefer not to inhale setting spray. I only spritz when it's like I feel like I'm looking a little like I did too much powder, but I feel good today. I don't feel that way.
I like to do it as a ritual.
Oh yeah, it does feel good. It feels like the final touch. Even if I'm not fully convinced of the efficacy of setting sprays, I still feel sometimes like, does it work? Yeah, these are our bases. So keep an eye out for another video. Maybe it's already out, but we're gonna move on to the Melt Electrip palette, and we're gonna have fun creating some
Festival
looks.
Yes.
Because it came with some sparkly stuff and
some
crazy
insane lip
lips.
colors.
Jeez Louise with mac and cheese. Gonna ruin our beautiful bridal bases and go
Yeah.
crazy.
She's Miss Bridal lately.
Oh, because I've been practicing some makeup for people and all that. But yeah. Yeah, that's it for today, everybody. Let us know in the comments down below what has been some go-to things for your base routine, especially with summer coming up. What are your hacks for longevity or whatever? Let us know.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
And that's it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Stay witchy, stay bitchy. Have a good week.
Bye,
Bye,
witches.
witches.